Tsartlip, we have the floor. You have the floor here, Siam.
Siam Nesjalicha, Nesti Heitskra, Squaxin Island, for all your hospitality. We are the Mumakwin Canoe family. We are the Mumakwin Canoe family. We've been on a journey for many years now, and every year that we travel, we have a purpose. We dedicate what we do to something that's really special to each and every one of us. This year, we lost one of our members of our canoe family. He was my grandson. He was my sister's grandson who raised him. And this was his mom. We lost him in March. His name was Webster Thompson. So this year, we dedicated our paddle for him. Because every year we do this. We've done it for residential school. We've done it for bullying for my grandsons. We did it for my late mother-in-law, my late brother-in-law 1 year. And this year is for our grandson. As you can all see, right up until his last day, he was still alert, and we had a Canucks game going that day. And he was still Canucks, yeah. You know, he was a #1 fan of the Canucks, just like a lot of us here. So this year we decided we're gonna wear our jerseys, our t-shirts in honor of him because it was his team. We've traveled a long ways from Beecher Bay. We didn't start from home in Tsartlip, but we did start from the outskirts of Victoria. I want to thank each and every one of the stops as we went along, all the wonderful hosts, all the wonderful people. Tribal Journeys always gets us to meet old friends and gain new friends every year. In 2016, we will host a memorial for him in the Tsartlip Longhouse, as he was a dancer of our longhouse. He was my husband's dancer there. The paddle that we have here was made by his dad in honor of him. And we are going to keep it and use it in 2016 for our memorial for him. Again, Squaxin Island, we thank you for your hospitality. We thank you for everything that you have done for us and our family. We are a really small crew. We started off with 7 paddlers. We don't have a support boat, and we never have had one. And this year we started with 7 because a lot of our grandchildren have gotten jobs and they couldn't travel with us at all this summer. So we traveled with 7 paddlers, and along the way we picked up 2 from Esquimalt that came on one day, and then a few days later Webb's father joined in with us, as long as one of my other grandsons. We've had a long haul, a lot of emotions high, but I thank the Creator for everything that He gives us. I thank the Creator for being with us and holding us up as we travel along. When the minister went to go talk to our grandson, he said, "I don't really know the word to give you." He said, because then the doctors told him that there was nothing more they could do for him. And he said, I can't pick that word. And Webb goes, faith. Gotta have faith. And he said he just had to get himself ready for what he was, his journey on. He was just so awesome, you know. Last year he traveled with us. He was sick for a few years. But he insisted on coming last year, even though his health was really getting the best of him now. He didn't get on a canoe, but he was our land crew. He was the one that fixed our truck up with all our gear and just knew where everything belonged. He just so wanted to be a big part of our family, and he always was, and he always will be. When we travel, my brother, who built their canoe, the Mumaquin, he always told me, leave that front seat open. He said, always leave it open, because we'll have family that'll want to go along. He said that it'll help us along in our journey as we go along. And he always told us to start from where we were and to go under where we come from. I am a Hauset, I am Kelsman. My husband is Tsartlip, so I'm married. My number has changed from 88 to 19302. But yeah, I am still Kelsman. I'd like to just kind of introduce you to our paddlers, the ones that have paddled all the way right from home. Give you an idea, you know, we're all related, we're intermarried, we have ties from all over. My husband, he's our skipper. His name's Cheofton. My son, Chuckaleno. My brother-in-law, Guy. These are two of my grandsons, Damien and Joel. They have ties to Idaho. This is where their great-grandmother came from, was Idaho, but they're Tsartlip. They're my grandsons, so they're part of Hauset as well. And my other grandson, Edgar. And this Sugar, she's the only girl that paddled all the way from Beecher Bay and never took a day off. And as we went along, his dad came, Melvin, and my other grandson, Shane. We had a very small land crew to begin with. There was Tara. I should have started from our eldest. This is my oldest sister. She's always traveled with us and has never left our Canoe family. Yeah, she's our elder for our Canoe family. This is my sister Anne. She was one of our land crew. And my daughter Monica. My grandson Keenan, he was part of our land crew. Then Lana came along and joined in with us to help with land crew, as well as my niece Delia. And Rosalie, who's back here with Tiana, Queen. We're a really small Canoe family, and we've gotten small because of jobs, commitments, And I have a sister who also joined in with us, and she felt that she needed to do laundry for the boys here. So she stayed back at camp to finish the laundry this morning for us.
If anybody knows how to get a hold of Edgar Charlie, Chief Edgar Charlie, we're trying to get him into the hospital. We got it cleared for his dialysis. Again, if anybody knows his son whereabouts right now, if you have the phone number, call down there, and I think he's at our casino, but Pat John, can you get a hold of him, tell him that we got a transport to get him to his dialysis so he doesn't have to go all the way home again. Oh, it's him.
And Edgar Charlie is our older brother. He's Chief Hanakui. This is where we tie in from, is him. Again, I'd like to say thank you to each and every one, and we'll just do a couple more songs and we'll be done here. Hajka siyam nisjalija, hajka. Devin. Sorry, I forgot to mention, when I married my husband 40 years ago, my late dad and a lot of our elders from a house that were there. And he paddled me and my sister-in-law in singing the first song that we sang here to give us. I married my husband and she married my brother-in-law, and this is how we paddled in. And he sang quite a few songs, and when he was done, he stood me up front and he did a chant, and he paid out money and blankets for people to witness what he was doing. And he announced that as I so wished that I would be allowed to use these songs and dances. Back then, I never understood why I'd ever need to use them. And I'm always just so grateful that my son is able to catch on to songs and be able to sing. When we first started singing, because home ladies don't sing, and it was hard for me to teach my grandsons. And I'm proud that they've caught on, and they're proud of their roots that they come from. Again, thank you. I just needed to explain that this is why we're using these songs from home, because my dad did honor me with that blessing the day that I got married. Hajka. This song was composed and belongs to Nelson Keithla. His mother was my mom's auntie. I am the fourth generation of his family. Now this is Nelson Keithla's song that we just finished, just explaining whose song it belongs to. Aichka. And this one will be our last one, just a fun song.
I just wanted to share a little story. When we were leaving Port Gamble to Suquamish, you know, we're like a few hours out. Then our canoe family noticed an eagle swooping down into the water. It was real close. It was like 10 feet away. And it went up into the trees and it came back out. And it was 15 feet above us and it circled above our canoe 4 times. You know, that was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen on a journey's paddling. Like, it was so close, it just looked awesome. Like, all of us on a canoe took it in as a blessing. Blessing, knowing that it was going to be a good journey this year to Squaxin Island. I just wanted to thank my brother Devin for coming over to help me sing. I'm getting over a cold right now and needed help. So, yeah, bro. Oh, shit.
Again, Hajka CM, Nostalgia, Hajka CM, Squaxin Island for your hospitality. It's always an uplift to come on a journeys, and it's always an uplift to come and sit in protocol with each and every one in different nations. Again, Hajka CM. First of all, we'd like to call a chairperson up. Or you could just stay there. Go bring it down. Here. We'd just like to present you with this and always know that it came from the Mumaquin Canoe family in honor of our grandson who so loved the Canucks. Hajka. Hajka. And if we can have someone from council. I'll bring it to them. Again, Hajka CM. If we can have an elder from Squaxin Island. Again, Hajka CM, Nostalgia. If we can have a youth rep from Squaxin Island, please. We'll give you one of our Canada flags, as well as a feather with a rose on it, in memory of our grandson, Hajka CM. You know, in all our travels, when we first started, we traveled with Samish, and they were always so good to us, and this is where Webb started our journey with all of us, was to Tahola. He then was a new dancer from the Tsartlip Longhouse. I'd like to, if someone is here from Samish, could give a feather to Leslie in honor of our grandson. you could please let Leslie know that she's always in our hearts and our prayers, and we never forget her for everything that she did for us when we first started paddling. And we thank her for everything that she'd ever done for us. Okay, Hajka Siem. And that ends our protocol. And again, Hajka Siem Nisjalaja, Hajka Squaxin Island. Thank you so much for your hospitality. It's so awesome. Kliko, kliko.
I'm recruiting a new speaker here, Siam. Siam, again, my relatives, let's say thank you to our relatives here for being here. Tell me.
Keenan. 8. Oh, 9.
You're 9, oh my goodness. You've grown since you were 8. This much.
West Side.
That's also for Washington Huskies and Walmart, where Indians gather. Walmart, where all good Indians gather. Yeah. Again, my relatives, let's give them a round of applause and thank them for being here today. Thank our relatives for their generosity and their prayers for their family, that they find the healing they need, that we look forward to seeing each other on the waters again, and in the longhouse travels, we'll be looking for our relatives, to share that time and that space again. And on behalf of our tribal council,
May I leave your shores?
oh, Siam, you have permission to leave our shores, young man. I think that's an awesome speaker in training right there, Siam. Hayachka, Siam.